So, just as I suspected, the bottom of the carburetor is warped. I don't know how easily it'll show up on the video, but if I put a straight edge across it like that, there's like a serious gap there. So this bolt's squeezing the gasket down, and it's not holding this area around here where the main suction tube goes in. So it's leaking gas out around here, right by the muffler, of course. So I'm going to try filing it down a bit to flatten it a little, and then make a squeezable gasket out of cork, because this is a homemade gasket here out of cardboard. Well, gasket material, it's actual gasket material, but it will not compress enough to conform to, that much warpage. So I'm going to try cork and see what happens. This is only about the third time I've had this carburetor apart, so I'm starting to lose patience a little bit with it here. So I've done some filing on the flange mount there, the bottom of the carburetor. So you can see some of it's pretty shiny there now, but I can't go as far as I want, or there'll be nothing left. It's not very thick to start with. So anyway, I'm going to try my Felpro 16th inch cork out here and make a gasket, and then I'll put it back together and try running it again, see if it will stop the leak. Well, there, I got my cork gasket made there. A couple areas you want to be careful of is right around here. You want to make sure that hole or slot there is uncovered, because that's where the fuel from the fuel pump discharge leads into your constant level tank in the gas tank. So if you have that blocked, it's going to try to leak gas everywhere anyways. So and the way I make this gasket here, I have a leather punch, and I cut it out with scissors around the outside, but then I punch all the holes with the leather punch there. I find it comes in handy for doing lots of things. If you need to put a new hole in your belt or something, it's great for that, and it's great for making gaskets. So, to install the gas tank back on the motor, first thing you do, you hook your governor spring there into that arm that rotates around there, as I've got it. And I also fed my kill wire through a hole there. Yours might go a different direction, but then just proceed to, now you gotta make sure that you feed the crankcase vent pipe on there. I probably shouldn't say this, but on snow blowers and generators mainly, that pipe has caused a problem. If this pipe ices up between the carburetor and the engine, it can block up with ice, and then won't let the crankcase vent build up pressure and blow your oil seals out. Heard of that happening back in the '97 ice storm here in Canada. Most of the generators you buy are built for use in summertime conditions at the cottage. So like I say, I can't tell you to do it, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if you vented that pipe straight down or something. Like I say, the EPA won't like me saying that, but if it's an emergency situation with the generator in the winter, you don't want to pop your oil seals out and then seize the motor up from lack of oil. That happened to a bunch of them during that ice storm, because they're not designed to run in winter. They overcool themselves and things. Now, to reassemble the carburetor linkage, I ran the big long rod up into the rocker arm here, and then I feed this little short one into it, and make sure that there's a little tiny spring there. Make sure that you get it hooked in also, and then you can put your rocker arm bolt in. And some of you Hawkeyes might have noticed that I forgot my choke attachment there in the carburetor. I took it off to sand the carburetor down, so I had to unscrew the carb from the tank again to feed it all the way through there. But like I say, that's the way I attach it there.